Good morning, penguins and octopuses. Here today to tell you about your Thursday today. So I'm just going to share my screen with you like I do always. And hopefully you should see that in front of you. So I have given you an AFL to do. You should remember what expanded noun. Your AFL today tells you to write a sentence about this picture here using an expanded noun phrase. Now, the other day we looked at nouns and that nouns were people, places, or things. Okay, so we are having an expanded noun phrase. And think about what words we might use to expand. And expand kind of means to stretch. So we're making this up. What else think down if you want. Okay, on the next slide, you can see that there is a video to watch. If you go onto Sway, you'll see the video and you can watch it yourself, okay? And that will give you an introduction what expanded noun phrases are, and it will give you samples, which will be really, really useful. Right then, back to our AFL. I hope you've all had a go and tried to write something down, even if you're not quite sure. So we had a picture from the story, and this is the part where little penguin is looking down into the ocean, and he can see little bird, little seal, and little whale all playing together. So I've started the sentences, and I thought I'm going to show you how to finish them using noun phrase. The first one. Little penguin gazed down to the, and we need to think of two adjectives. So hopefully you've seen in the video that an expanded noun phrase has two adjectives to describe a noun. So he's gazing down to the ocean, isn't he? Down to the sea. So let's use the word ocean. Now we need to think of two words to describe that ocean. I'm going to go for beautiful blue ocean. Okay. Little penguin gazed down to the beautiful blue ocean. Our expanded noun phrase is beautiful, comma, that's really important, blue ocean. We've got one adjective, two adjectives to describe a noun, and in between our adjectives we've got a comma. That's super duper important that we've got our comma. Okay, let's have a look at the second sentence then. There we can still see the picture. All his friends were playing. How were they playing? How do you think little penguin might feel watching his friends play? All his friends were playing and sad he'd watch. Okay. Now this time, instead of describing the thing, which is the ocean, we've described, I know it's not a person, is it? But we've described how he's feeling, we've described the person. So let's have a look and let's highlight our adjectives. We've got all his friends were playing and sad, worried, penguin watched. Okay, sad and worried are our adjectives, penguin is our noun, and really importantly, in between the two, we've got our comma. Okay, I hope this has all jogged your memory about when we've done this in class. Let's have a quick practice together, looking at this picture and thinking of some expanded noun phrases to describe it. So we've got a lovely flower and we've got some beautiful butterflies. Okay, let's start with the flower. What colour's the flower? It's orange, isn't it? Now I've just used the word beautiful to describe it. orange flower. Okay. Now, I'm going to point out something really, really important here, and I want you to all make sure you do this in your writing today. When we've got an expanded noun phrase, it has to go adjective, adjective, noun, okay? So a describing word, another describing word, and what you're describing. Does it make sense if I wrote the flower was pretty, comma, orange? Oops, I can't spell orange today. Flower was pretty orange. Does that make sense with the comma between the adjectives there? The flower was pretty orange. It doesn't, does it? So today I want you to make sure when you're writing you have your adjectives before what you're describing. Pretty orange flower. What about the butterflies? How could we describe those? I'm going to describe them as beautiful fluttering butterflies. Okay. I don't know where that's just gone. There it is. Pop back. Okay. My adjectives are beautiful and fluttering. Here, pretty and orange. Okay. In between them, as always, which is really important, I've got my commas. Okay, so I've got adjective, comma, adjective, and then my noun, what I'm describing, my flower or my butterflies. Okay, now here, because I'm really kind and I like to help you all out a little bit and give you some ideas to help you with your writing, I have broken your work down for you a little bit today. So, on the left, our words in red are all our adjectives. Okay, so these are all your describing words. Here we've got describing words, and on the right I've given you some nouns that they might describe. Okay, so you've got icy, slippery, blue, freezing, snowy, rippling, deep, sparkling, glistening, large, huge, and little. And over on the right, we've got some nouns that those might describe. We might say the glistening, rippling water. We might say the huge, sparkling path. We might say the freezing, slippery ice. Okay, so those are, you choose two adjectives and use them to describe a noun. At the bottom, we've got something else you might use to describe. We've got some adjectives that describe the people or the characters in the story. So that is penguin, seal, bird, and whale. And those are our nouns, okay? So our adjectives here can describe the noun. We might say soft grey penguin. We might say excited, energetic whale, because he's quite excited and energetic because he jumps out of the water. We might say worried, friendly penguin. Graceful, joyful bird as he flies through the sky. It's up to you which ones you choose, but try and make sure they work. Would we describe penguin as confident? I don't think we would we? Because he's not very confident. He's quite scared and worried. Or maybe at the end you think he might be confident when he says, oh, I hope you can come back tomorrow. Excuse me. Right then. Here I've chosen 4 different points from the story, 4 different little bits. And I would like you today to try and write 2 sentences for each picture, including an expanded noun phrase. And I'll show you what I want you to do in a moment. But first of all, I'm just going to read these parts of the story to you. So this one says, little penguin felt tired, so he sat down for a rest. As he was sitting on the ice, a big wave splashed him. Now we have already got an adjective here, haven't we? Because we've got the word big, and that's an adjective. But is that the best adjective we could use? Maybe we could make that one an expanded noun phrase to make it just that little bit more interesting. We've got the noun ice, but there's nothing to describe that. So maybe we would like to write a sentence to describe the ice. It's up to you. Okay, the next one. As little penguin got to his feet and shuffled on, he saw a shape jumping high above him. It was Little Whale leaping above the waves. Look at this one, cried Little Whale, somersaulting through the air. We might have confident. Let's have a look what other adjectives we had. Confident, energetic whale, like we said before. Look at this one, cried confident, energetic whale, somersaulting through the air. We've also got penguin's feet. We could describe his feet if we like, or we could describe the shape that's jumping above him. Or we could describe the waves. There's loads you could describe there. The next one. Little penguin was still worrying about how to flap his flippers and wiggle his feet. He could see all of his friends splashing and sliding into the water, playing lots of fun games. Now the only adjective we've got here is fun. Okay, so we could make that one a bit more interesting. You could describe his flippers if you wanted to, or again his feet, or the water. You might want to describe the water. It's up to you. Or the games, actually. We could make those games sound really, really fun, couldn't we? The last one. Little penguin whizzed over to his friends to join in with their games. Even though he had been nervous before, Little penguin could not wait to come back for more fun tomorrow. This is where you might want to describe Little penguin as confident, because he's built up his confidence, hasn't he? Right then, let's have a look at this first one together. Now, we're writing 2 sentences, remember? So let's have a look. I'm only going to do one with you because I'd like you to come up with 2 of your own, okay? He was sitting on the ice, okay? Let's have Little penguin was sitting here to see if there's any better words I can think of. Ooh, sparkling, that's nice. A sparkling cold eye. Okay. Sparkling, comma, cold. Now, have I got my adjectives before my noun? I have, haven't I? Now, that's how I make sure that it makes sense, is because I have my adjectives before my noun. I'm just going to go through it. We can check together. I've got 1 adjective, 2 adjectives, change colour. I've got my noun, and really, really importantly, I've got my comma. Okay. Can you please today, in your exercise books, look at these pictures? You can also use this here, which should help you with the adjectives and the nouns, to come up with some expanded noun phrases about these lovely pictures from the story. Okay? You don't have to just describe the characters. You could describe the ice or the water or his flippers. It's up to you. Good luck, everybody. I hope you have a lovely lesson writing some lovely sentences, and please remember to send them through because we do love to see it. Enjoy, everybody.